Good morning, you guys. Alex here from Bulls and Bears, or folks, Alex from YouTube. And I'm watching this one penny stock closely because I was requested, not really requested, but a friend of mine, he actually just started trading, and he asked me if he should be trading this particular stock, which happened to be a penny stock, and I told him that they're simply too volatile and risky, for the reasons being that you have very little time to react to these movements, and they're pretty big movements, like as you could tell. For example, 13 is my entry right now, and my stop loss is going to be pretty much 50 cents, so right on the right here, and that could happen relatively quickly. But if you're quick enough, you can manage to get things done at a relatively good pace. So I'm gonna get ready to enter as soon as the price could get up above 13, which is pretty much right here. Yeah, as you can see, that's moving pretty quickly, right? All right, I managed to jump in, and unfortunately I did kind of anticipate it a little bit, so that's not good right there. But let's see if we can still manage to get out with a successful trade. And my stop loss is going to be right under 45, pretty much. Since I anticipated a little bit, it's going to be like around, yeah, pretty much 45, 40. That's going to be my stop. As you can see, I'm in right now. I'm already down $6. Really fast paced. But I'm hoping that, if we take a look at the 5 minute, what's forming is what you would call a pretty much a 3-bar play right here. So we have the igniting bar, which is our main bar, and then on the right you have the small bar. But the third one, which is the main bar, is the one that pretty much breaks out of this area, which is at the area of $13. Alright, so I'm going to be watching this closely, and hopefully we manage to get above 13, which is the stubborn area in my opinion. But I really think that we could get up above there. And if you're not familiar with indicators, that's where the 200 moving average is at, so it's definitely a difficult area to break. Now, I'm not sure if removing that would be any better for you guys, but it's definitely, they're just really good indicators. But here, I'll even mark it down for you guys of the area of importance. And the area that I'm going to take profits is pretty much $1. So let's see, that would be around, wow, that's actually 13.85. That would be like somewhere right here. So it's a little far-fetched, to be quite frank with you guys, but I'm going to pause and see what happens. Alright, this is what I mean, you guys. We're moving pretty quickly. As you can see, these moves are hella quickly. They're fast, so you pretty much have to calculate your entry, your exit, all that in a few minutes. But let's keep watching and see what happens. Alright, so just to help you guys understand where my stop loss and target are going to be at, my stop loss is going to be at 30. Let's make it 34. And I'm going to put this red just so you guys can see that it is where I'm going to be losing money. You know what? I actually think we're going to play a 1-to-1 right here, because I really don't think this is going to get up above a whole dollar. It's not likely. Or actually, let me see, 13.80. I don't know. I'm a little bit decisive on this one. But this is pretty much what it would look like if I were to do this play. So our entry is pretty much right here. The break is right here. Our target would be right here, but I think I might be taking profits sooner for a $25 profit. Nothing major, but that's just the way that it is. Especially when you trade these where you don't want to have far targets, because look at the whole context. The whole context of this trade, I didn't even explain it to you guys, but it's pretty much a beautiful break of this trend right here. Pretty much right there. Or you could be a little more I don't know, conservative. since these are wicks right here. They're still candles, but the price didn't really last up there, so you could bring it down a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Let's see what happens. Now, another thing about these penny stocks is that they're not in any way connected to the S&P 500, which I'm watching over here. So if the S&P goes up, this thing does not care. If the S&P goes down, it also doesn't care. So you pretty much have no good indicator to help you see what direction it could potentially go in, which makes things a lot more difficult. But I mean, if you're a person that trades these well, if you're good at fast-paced moves, and if you're quickly in your moves, well, by all means, have at it. But I personally don't think that if you're a beginner, I don't think you should be trading these volatile stocks right here. They're just too much. I mean, I suggest you just go swing trade or something like that, where you have multiple days or hours to plan for a potential position. Because you do have to consider your entry, your stop loss, and your target. Not only that, but you have to look for good reasons to enter the trade in the first place. Alright, so far we're down $10, unfortunately. And it's not looking too well, actually. I would have thought that it would have broke out already, but it's just too stubborn right here. We might even get a breakdown right here in this area right here. Hopefully not, though. Alright, the price is really getting tight right here, and I am not liking it. I think we're gonna just break down below. Yep, we're breaking down. Look at the volume, you guys. Look at that. You do not want to be in here. Thankfully, it barely bounced off of my stop loss, which was a form of support. But let's see if it can stay above. If not, I'm about to exit. Most likely lose money through the spread, since oh yeah, that's also another thing. Actually, the spread is, I'm assuming it's massive, since there's a lot of volume on this. But let's see how it's handling my indicators. Well, it's coming down. Typically, the one that you should always be using is a VWAP. It's a good signal. As you can see, it's pretty much attempting to bounce off it, but I think that the price may be a little too weak, and it may not recover from this, unfortunately. But hopefully, the VWAP is a strong indicator of direction. I mean, you have to think that this thing has to break. Look at that. It got rejected like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You got to think that has to break sooner. But at the same time, it is up 200%. These are penny stocks, my friends. We look at the daily chart. I haven't even gone to the daily chart, but look at that. From $3 all the way to $13. You do not want to be. And you might think that this is going to continue, but I know multiple strategies that. Oh, I think we're coming under our stop loss. Yep, we definitely came under it. All right, let's see if we can get out right now. Unless this stays up a little bit. Let's just see where this candle ends, and then we'll get out with the market order. But I mean, it's understandable why people trade these, because they're quickly. People like quick money, but unfortunately, I don't think that's the way that things should be done. What do you guys think? Should I get out right now, or should I wait for a lower low? I mean, we're a little over our stop loss. We're already under the VWAP line. Alright, I'm going to close my position right here, depending on how this candle forms. Wow, I was really hoping that it would. Not hoping, but I was expecting this to come under this previous red candle, but looks like it's coming back up, and I will pause. So this VWAP line is really the big test right here, because we barely managed to break under it, but now we're apparently coming right back up. So let's see if we have a chance of breaking out this time for real. But this move is really strong. I mean, it went from 12.21 to 12.60, so that's pretty much a 40-cent move. And if you have like 100 shares of that, that's already $40. If you have 1,000 shares, that's already $400. All right, well, let's see if we finally get a move right here. But the thing's moving really quickly right now. Just to give you guys more insight real quick, this is what the 5 minute looks like. So every candle you're seeing right now represents 5 minutes, and I have to admit the pattern looks even better in the 5 minute. It's pretty much a bull penny. If you're not familiar with that, I will show you in just a second. Alright, so as I was looking through for the image, the price came down unfortunately, and we're already down almost $50, but I'm not going to call it quits just yet. I think if we could break under this line right here, that's going to be good enough for me. But we have to break down under the line right here. I'll probably be looking at a $50 loss, which is definitely manageable. But about the bull pennant, this is pretty much what it looks like. So we have the igniting bars in the beginning. Yeah, it's pretty much just gets narrow as the price furthers, and then we get the breakout. But of course, there's the bearish, and I guess the difference between them is the direction that it initially comes to. So in our case, let's see what happened. I think I might be getting out right here anytime, but in our case, obviously the direction is in our favor. So in theory, it should break up, but that's just in theory. Not every pattern is perfect, but this is the best it gets actually. I haven't seen this good of a pattern in a while. So even if I do get out of this trade, I'm probably gonna go back in if it manages to get up above. So I have that in mind already. So yeah, this is obviously a bullish one, so I'm gonna be buying. But if it was a bearish one, the direction would pretty much be the opposite. The whole trend or the direction would have been downward instead of upward. Pretty easy pattern, but you have to consider that this pattern has I think it's like a 60% success rate, so it's pretty bad compared to other patterns. So yeah, let's keep looking at it and see what happens. But as of right now, it did break down already. But I mean, that has happened twice already, so let's see if we can potentially come back in the circle or in the triangle. Alright, we're back in the triangle, but let's see if we can manage to stay inside it and potentially get the break. That's what we're looking for. Alright, I think I'm going to call it goods here, you guys. I'm not liking it at all. It's just too much in this area right here, and it's crazy because it's not even like coming down sharply. It's just kind of like ignoring this area, which, I mean, to me, it's really important. It's a really important area right there. Especially looking at it through the 5 minute, and it's still being really stubborn for some reason. I mean, it could be just the placement of my line, I don't know, but I'm definitely done with this stock. I'm going to be going out right here with the market order. I'm trying to give it some more time, but it's not budging. Unfortunately, because even these penny stocks could die out as well. I mean, the very first candle was 6 million shares. Oh, look at it go right now. Yep, I'm definitely gonna get out right now. This is a spike though, so I'm gonna wait for this to calm down, because you shouldn't be getting out of spikes. Yeah, because the first candle was 6 million shares, and then and now we're looking at, I mean, sometimes it even goes down to 20,000 shares. Like this big volume bar right here, that was 260,000 shares, and the one previous to that was only 91. So big difference. Obviously, hella volatile stocks. These penny stocks in particular are super volatile. I don't think we're gonna recover anymore, so I'm gonna take a loss right here, no problem. And we're out. I believe that was like a $65 loss or something. So there you go, you guys. Let's see the results of that trade. All right, well there you go, you guys. $68 loss. That is why I recommend when you start off, do not trade these penny stocks. Even though I did have a lot of time to react in this particular trade, you're not always going to get that. And when you're swing trading, you have plenty of time to make your decisions. That is why I actually haven't even been uploading, because I'm trying to stay away from day trading. But it's still, I mean, if I see a good pattern now and there, I still put on trades. But it's definitely a challenge for me to record the videos, pretty much say what I'm thinking and all of that good stuff. It's becoming a little difficult for me, but it's a challenge that I'm willing to take ever so often. And yeah, definitely stay away from penny stocks in the beginning, but as you grow some experience, it's definitely recommended that you do get into them, or just any volatile stock, like, or any big cap company like Tesla or Apple. Those move a lot faster. Those move a lot fast too, but they're worth more, so they have less spread, pretty much. So there it is, you guys. Like I said before, these videos are a little difficult for me because I have to pretty much narrate and think about this trade, and it's a challenge for me, but I hope you guys are liking it. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment. Anything would help motivate me a little bit to keep doing these videos. And there you have it, you guys. Pretty much a failed attempt to break out of this bull pennant. Maybe it'll come back, I don't know. And if it does, I'll probably keep watching after a while. Maybe trade it again, this time with less share size probably. And well, there it is, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Good trade, but it wasn't the best trade, obviously. I try to stay away from these patterns, but yeah. Anyway, stay motivated, you guys, and stay focused. I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Have a good day.